Hi guys, welcome back. I am SimUK, as you probably know, and this is also called Fishing North Atlantic, which is something else you probably already know as well. My god, my camera is, look at that, lag central. Lag central, oh my god. I tell you what, I'm going to have to find something other than shadow play to do my recordings, because this is just awful. Awful, I tell you. Anyway, let's talk about the game a little bit. So, I have been analysing quite a lot. I have been assessing this game and being critical of its both good points and bad points, areas that need work, and let me tell you, at this moment in time, which is a day before release, there's still quite a lot of work that needs to be done with this game. But that's not to say it isn't a good game. I think they've just taken on so much. They're trying to include so much content into this game that they've ended up sort of causing themselves a problem. Do you know what I mean? So many things in this game already, which is great, which is wonderful. Don't misunderstand me. But had they released them as DLC updates, then they would have been able to fund themselves over a longer period of time. They would have been able to focus more on the basics to get things up and running straight away. Some people would have complained that it wasn't in the game, but what they're going to end up doing now, the same people, is complaining that the game is buggy and certain things don't work, etc, etc. This game is going to be absolutely sensational. It just needs time, and my only concern is that the dev team get disheartened by the negativity that they receive from myself, from others. This is justified criticism of the game where criticism is deserved, but they've worked really hard on this game, and it's so evident to see that they're passionate about it, and they really wanted this to be so much better than Fishing Barents Sea, and I think on the most part it is. There's just a few areas where I think it's lacking, to be honest with you. Now, this can be taken as two different things. This is a very, very good game. I think it's a great game. Such a good game that it's frustrating for a simulation fan like me to see how close they have come to making this a simulator but totally missed the mark. It's like their emphasis has not been on simulation at all, and they've really pushed themselves down this route of let's accommodate everybody. That's a bit of a shame. That's a real shame. For a hardcore sim fan like me, I could get so much out of this game with just a few tweaks. This could go from being a very good game to a half decent simulator, and with a bit of dedication and forethought, this could become an extremely good simulator. So that is a bit frustrating, but I think that if you've picked this game up and it's not everything you hope it will be, don't panic, because it's going to evolve. The devs are really passionate about this game. They are really committed to making this a great game. I truly believe they're going to improve this probably more than anyone can imagine, I would say. I've seen little indicators, little bits of evidence all over the place that suggests that they've got big plans for the future, big ideas for the future, and I'm really excited to see where this game goes. But as a sim fan, I think it's probably, I don't think they're intending to accommodate the likes of me. I just don't. It doesn't seem like that's their primary focus. But that being said, I'm going to enjoy the game from this point on. My analysis of the game is over. Obviously I will still mention things if I get a bug, like for example, all of my fishing gear has gone missing. And I think we've lost a couple of days footage as well. If we go to the map, I can show you that all of the ports I've unlocked are now locked again. All of them. Except for these over here, which is slightly weird. But these two are still there. This one is now an undiscovered location, apparently. Which is weird, because that's where you start. So yeah, I mean, I have lost... It's still in beta. It's the day before release. These things are the things I have to put up with when I play a beta game. And it's not like I'm complaining, it's just part and parcel of the game. It doesn't even reflect that it's a bad game. It's just beta. The problem is, it comes out tomorrow and we're still having these problems, which means that you're almost certainly going to see some bugs and issues yourself. But they will get fixed over time. I think they've dropped their publishers and they've gone solo, and I think that's put an unbelievable amounts of pressure on them, and they need to get the game out. They need to get money coming in to fund the development. This is the situation they're in, and I can completely understand it. Having worked in the software development industry, I totally get the pressure that comes with the days before release, especially when bugs are still popping up. When you fix something and that breaks something else, oh my god, the nightmares, the absolute nightmares that you get from that. So yes, I totally understand where they're coming from. I get it completely. But at the end of the day, I mean, look, we have a boat in the middle of the land. There's another boat up here in the middle of the land. Do you know why they're in the middle of the land? They're not actually in the land. They're probably levitating. I've noticed recently, since the latest update, that a lot of the boats are lifting up out of the water and then flying around the map in midair. It's just part and parcel of trying to get a game. Yeah, there's another one over here. It's part and parcel of trying to get games completed. It's a really, really tricky thing to do, and I think they've done a great job. I just think they try to include too much stuff. I don't know who they're listening to. I don't know who they are taking their advice from, but I seriously recommend you stop listening to whoever it is, because they are putting you in positions you don't want to be in. That's a long rant, isn't it? I might have to split this up. I'm going to make this a little mini rant. This was supposed to be the introduction to this video, but instead it's just going to be a mini rant. And maybe I'll just put this up. When should I put this up? I should put this video up. I don't know. I have no idea. Where would this be relevant? It's got to be around release day. There's a lot of stuff. I'm going to make a proper review. In fact, I'm going to do a review today. Screw it. There's a lot of stuff I think needs to be looked at in this game. And it needs to decide where it is. Is it a game or is it a simulator? Because you can't really be both. Microsoft Flight Simulator is trying to be both, and that's causing so many issues. So many issues, which nobody's talking about, which doesn't surprise me at all, because all the big YouTubers are basically in the pocket of Microsoft, so that explains that. But yeah, I'm too big to fit in anyone's pocket, and if I get in a pocket, I'll stab my way out. So yeah, that's the problem with me, is I just keep calling it how I see it, and I don't care if you like it or not. I really don't. At the end of the day, this is going to be a fantastic game. That I promise you. It is going to get fixed. It is going to work very well. It's going to be a lot of fun, but it is going to be a game. If they decide they want to put the effort in and turn this into a simulator, it could be the most incredible simulation experience. And because they've already built a game, they could still accommodate the game players. But I don't think we're going to see this turn into a simulator. I just don't see it. It would be too much of a change of focus for them, I think. So you're going to have to accept this game as it is. It is a game, with the potential of being a simulator. But it's not going to be a simulator. If it turns into a simulator, then you can thank me. You can send all of your thanks and praise to SimUK and say, thank you, SimUK. You engaged with the developers and you shared your experiences and you encouraged them to take simulation approaches more seriously, and we thank you wholeheartedly. But I don't expect to see any of those things. This has been quite a long... This is a rant. Is this a rant? I've never done a rant before. Well, yeah, I have actually. I did a rant once where I swore a lot. And I uploaded it, and it was received very well by my community and people I've never met before, which was great. But then when I watched it back, I thought, oh my god, my daughter could watch this. My daughter could, oh, Daddy's channel, and he's put a video up, I'm going to watch it. And I thought, no. So I took it down. So this is a clean rant. This is a far more civilized rant. It's not really a rant either, actually. It's calming the waves, I think, is what I'm doing here. This is a game that's got so much potential, and I think they've just spread themselves too wide. That's what they've done. Some of the things that are in this game, they could have held back and said, right, that's phase 2. But they decided to try and get it all in at one time. Probably somebody said, oh, you released crab fishing as a DLC, you're scumbags, that should have been in the original game. No, I don't actually think it should have been, because it's a whole... The thing about fishing games like this is that every single discipline is its own unique set of problems. You need a specific ship, you need specific mechanics, you need specific controls, you need specific interface controls, you need specific UI, it's a very, very complex system. It's not like Project Cars 2. I'm not even going to mention Project Cars 3 because that's a disaster. But Project Cars 2 is, lots of different disciplines, but they're all cars. They all go around the track. They all interact with the track in the same way. There's not massive differences between a Formula One car, or Indy car as they call it, and a NASCAR and a rally car. There aren't enormous differences between the two. But deepline fishing, trawling, crab fishing, lobster fishing, these are very vastly different systems, and because they've tried to incorporate everything in one go, they've just made it very difficult for themselves. And it's going to be a fantastic game as a result of that. It's going to be a game absolutely jam-packed full of content, but you're going to have to wait and wait and wait and wait and be patient and put up with all the bugs and the issues and the problems, because there are quite a few, and there will be quite a few as they sort of push their way through and fix them. But ultimately, this is going to end up being a fantastic game. I stake my reputation on it. Not that I have one, but if I did, I would stake it on this game. I say this is going to be a fantastic game. And once it's finished fixing itself and improving itself and getting rid of all the bugs and becoming a solid, non-crashing game, then at that point, maybe we'll see a hardcore mode with some proper simulation elements in the game. Maybe I can encourage the developers to change some things and make the game a little bit harder, because it's just so basic right now. Maybe that's something that can happen. But to be honest with you, I've already got the distinct impression that any bridges I had with this company have been burnt. And they've been burnt because I am honest. I show you guys exactly what I have experienced. So all the crashes, all of the careers that I've lost, things like this, where all the ports have been locked after I've set them up and unlocked them. These are the things I share with you because these are the experiences I have with the game, and I'll tell you exactly what happened, and I'll tell them what happened. It's not like a secret. My job, and in my humble opinion, anyone who plays beta, anyone who gets early access, any content creator who gets early access to a game, is only there, really, to find the bugs, to find the issues, to see what's good, to see what's bad, and tell people all about it. Because that's how we get better games. But no, most content creators just create shit. They do. They put together, they either ignore all the problems, or they just cut them out of their videos, or they just create fake scenarios where cool things happen, but actually it was all fake and none of it's real. I despise people like that, but they're far more successful than people like me, because honesty is not a virtue that we value in this planet anymore. Honesty is the best policy, was what I was brought up with, and that's what I believe in. I genuinely do. But no, money talks, I guess, is the new one. If you do something that's entertaining, even if it's a lie, then that will get you a lot of money. But if you're honest, then you have to fight against the river, the tirade of bullshit and ignorant assholes. Oh, hang on. We've accidentally strayed into another swearing rant, haven't we? Yeah. Okay, so let me wrap this up. This game is going to be fantastic. Trust me, I stake my career on it. My career? No, hang on. My reputation. I haven't got a career. I haven't got a reputation. I will put all of my cookies on the fact that this is going to be a great game, and I would heartily recommend that you consider playing it, even if you're a hardcore sim fan like me, because there is nothing like this available, which is why it's a little bit frustrating, because this could be the most amazing simulator if only they were geared in that direction, which they're clearly not. So even if you're a hardcore sim fan, this isn't going to be a hardcore sim, but it is a great game, great enough to even engage hardcore sim fans like me. So there you go. I don't even know what this is. It's a rant. It is a rant, isn't it? Rant. Yes. Okay. Well, there you go. I'm going to whack a 18 explicit thing on this and upload it. This was not planned. This was not well planned at all. There was no planning involved in this. No fish were hurt in the making of this video. Thanks, guys. I'm going to go because I'm just prattling and talking a load of dribble. I think maybe I put too much coffee in my coffee this morning. That's probably what it is. I'm going to go make a review on this game, so keep your eyes open for that. It's going to be up in the next couple of days. It's going to be as honest and fact-based as any review you've ever seen from me. So if you genuinely want to know about this game, I've probably already given it a fairly decent review in this video. But if you want some details and examples, then go watch my review. Wow, this is like a podcast. How do I stop myself from talking? This is annoying. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye for now.